Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy II for the Nintendo Famicom system. Last episode, Fess, Maxine, and Booker escaped from the dungeons underneath the arena, where they went to rescue Princess Hilda. They rescued the princess, and Prince Gordon escorted her back to Altair. And now it's our turn to make our way back there to the rebel hideout. So, we tried to make it back there last episode, but we ran into too many enemies, so we had to cut it a little bit short, but this time we're ready to go, so no real new enemies here. We're just taking out these old ant lions and chimeras, so good area to build up experience, because these are rank 5 monsters, so both the chimera and the ant lion, so good way to build up some of our spells. So, still trying to get all our spells probably up to level 6, all the black magic spells. Fess will want to work on his as soon as spells, but he's out of MP. So we're trying to build them up as we got through the dungeons underneath the arena. So luckily we don't have too much more to go. Pretty soon we're going to end up at the Chocobo Forest, and we can just hop on the Chocobo and ride back encounter-free pretty much to Altair. So, Fess got some spirit there. Maxine hit point and Scourge up to level 5 now. So all our elemental spells are at least level 5. Fire, I believe, is level 6. So we'll just end up working on the others to get them up to level 6. So, and when she has less than whatchamacallit? Ooh, fire's still level 5. I thought it was getting, it's probably the closest though to level 6, since it's used the most often. But yeah, when she has less than 5 MP and can't cast any spells, now we'll just work on our Berserk and our Haste spells. So, we'll eventually want to, of course, level them up, but they take a lower priority, I guess, than our elemental spells. Like I say, we'd like to try to get them up to level 6 before we get to the Palamecia Tower, which is a dungeon about 3 dungeons away. So, it'll be the 4th dungeon. So we have 3 more dungeons to go through before we get there. So, one step up from the mountains is where we run into the Chocobo Forest. So let's catch our happy little Chocobo here. He's running around. Nothing there. When we get close, just keep hitting the A button, and eventually he'll run into you, and we will catch him. There we go. We caught the Chocobo. Step outside, step on the Chocobo, press the A button again, and we're encounter-free until we hop off the Chocobo by pressing A again. So, we're going to stop at a few different places. The people at Salmand and Basque don't really change their dialogue at all, but the folks at Poft, Paloom, Galtia, that one old man, and the folks at Altair will change their dialogue. So we'll just make a quick stop here at Poft, and then we can take a ship to Paloom. You saved the princess, you guys are amazing! So maybe Gordon and them, they stopped back here, they kind of went this way. And we already paid for the ship, so we can just hop on the ship. That'll take us to Paloom. We can talk with the pirates there. And then we can canoe to Altair, where we'll see a massive change. So, luckily when we're on this ship, we don't have any random encounters, which is nice. Random encounters would defeat the whole purpose of taking that ship. So, we want to take that ship to speed up travel. This guy walked away. The rebels are preparing to reclaim Castle Fynn. Remember that old guy one time said, he's like, I wonder if we're ever going to take back Castle Fynn. Well, now it's time for us to do that. You saved the princess, way to go. Yeah, I guess, like I said, Gordon and them must have came this way too. The rebel army is rising. Well, let's check out the rebel army in Altair. But we will find out that they're not really in Altair anymore. But luckily somebody stayed behind and will let us know where they are. So, work on that haste spell, hope that we get, mainly I'm just hoping to get some more MP there for Maxine. Hoping to get a last minute increase, so sometimes you get lucky even though these are weak enemies. Sometimes, you know, you might get lucky and one of them will give a stat increase. Who knows? But, we'll see. So, Yeah, since this one's going to take more than 2 rounds, I figured I would just, use the haste, because that's only costing 1 to use. Yeah, it's only a level 1 spell, so it's still going to get some thing. Hey, Fess got some strength there. Nice. Take our nice happy canoe, and head on down to Altair, the rebel base. There's our boat, still sitting there. Donk. And hey, there's a guy there. We're retaking Castle Fynn. Prince Gordon and Princess Hilda have pitched camp near Fynn. Alright. And we're going to stay at the inn here to heal up, as we will be, of course, leading the assault to take back Castle Fynn. We are basically the core of the Rebel Alliance. We're the Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, and Princess Leia of the rebellion, basically. We're doing everything, so... Sell some of this stuff here. We're running out of inventory space, and there's going to be a lot of stuff that we're going to pick up in the, whatchamacallit, in the Castle Fynn. So, we can get rid of some of these, healing items, so... Eventually, though, once we get Insuna up to level 8, we will be good to go on healing items. We won't really need to stock them. Just maybe carry 1 just to be safe. Well, no, because with the ribbon, Fess is safe from those status ailments. So, yeah, as you can see, the rebel hideout here, it's empty. So, yeah, everybody has moved on toward an encampment near Fynn. Fynn is the castle that we could not get into earlier in the game. We were able to get into the city of Fynn, the village of Fynn. That's where we ran into Scott, and all those Imperials are running around. The Imperials are still there, so we don't really want to go into the village of Fynn. I guess you could if you want to do some grinding and maybe try to get some stats, but we're well enough that we can take on the Imperials inside the castle. So, let's stop here in Altair real quick and talk with the old man who's still living here by himself. Well, the shopkeepers are still here. Prince Gordon and Princess Hilda are gathering troops near the lake. The lake right across from Castle Fynn. So, gonna hop into the lake and canoe over closer to the camp, and we'll see that. You'll see this tent there hanging out. So. I guess we can, doesn't matter, I guess what would work. Gonna want to say, like I said, eventually build up Berserk, so we can use that as it's still, because the other spells, like the level 5 spells, won't be gaining really much experience from this, because these are level 1 encounters. So, we'll just work on the low spells that will get some points and credit toward building them up. So, hey, Booger got some agility, nice. So there you see that little tent there, and that is the rebel camp. And we head in here, and there's just a bunch of red mages who are colored white. And they pretty much say the same thing. We infiltrated the castle. The enemy is in disarray. And then the other one says, we're taking back our castle. Let's talk with the princess and Gordon. See, all these guys are saying the same thing. While we hold the Imperial forces at bay, you'll slip in and kill the Castellan. That's like you see the leader of the castle. Fess, Maxine, Booker, I owe you my life. You even destroyed the Dreadnought. Yep. And she won't reply to any keywords, so. But I'm gonna head now into the castle. Like I said, you just avoid the town. There's no need to go into the town. All we have to do is slip into the castle, like Prince Gordon said, and take out the Castellan. So that's all we have to do. There's enemies inside the castle, and there's treasure chests inside the castle. But right now, there's enemies in the castle. So they will actually, we'll run into random encounters. And we get Leila back. Nice. So we can give her that ice bow back. And the flame bow when we switch things out. So she has all her old equipment. That's why we didn't take it away when she left our party. But yeah, right now, while the enemy holds the castle, we can run into random encounters. So, not really tough encounters. We've already run into all these things. Basically, they're arena monsters. But there's a bunch of treasure. There's no use getting the treasure now, because after we take over the castle, there'll be no more random encounters. So that's when we can go get the treasure. So, might as well just go straight ahead to the throne room where the Castellan is, and take him out, the enemy commander. So, a lot of the treasure chests do have enemies inside them, so when you open them up, you'll get into an encounter. So, yeah, we don't want to, not that the commander is all that tough, but, you know, why risk losing hit points and stuff like that when there's no need? So, yeah, we'll get these treasure chests later. All we have to do is just go straight up, and eventually we get into the throne room. Yeah, we run into some enemies here. Brains and parasites. The brains are a new enemy there. So, level 5 enemy. So, no weakness. I think they can inflict some status ailments, so all these enemies are kind of annoying now. Now we're getting to the point where enemies start, you know, doing some status ailments on us. It's kind of annoying, so that's why it's good to get that ribbon from the Queen Lamia. Allows at least one of our characters to avoid status ailments. Eventually we'll get armors that will allow us to do that as well, but for now the only thing that we can really have for status ailments, like I said, would be that ribbon. So you cannot, the Queen Lamia can also drop a protect ring, and that just protects against instant death. So not as good of a drop. It's more common though than the ribbon. The ribbon is a 5% drop. I think the protect ring was a 10% drop. I ended up getting quite a few of them. I had to, of course, reset the game, of course, to farm that ribbon. Took quite a few, more than 20 battles, I think. So, like I said, it's a 5% chance. You think 1 in 20, but you know, it wasn't working that good. So there's the commander. Let's talk with him. Rebels here, and it is Godus. And this guy will eventually become a random encounter later on, like a lot of other bosses. They just become random enemies later on, but for now he's, I guess, kind of tough that he can, you know, he's considered a boss. He can berserk himself, and obviously we know what the berserk does. It adds, you know, the strength of power to himself, so he hastens himself as well, so that makes him attack more often. So, as you can see, he has 6 attacks, 90% accuracy, so where evasion is really important to try to avoid those attacks. So, we'll use some Berserk of our own. Being a level 6 enemy, we should get some decent points for this. So, Fess, he won't be really needed to attack, so he'll just keep spamming that Ensuna to try to build up its level. Like I said, we really want to get that up to, you know, level 8, so we can take care of all those status ailments. So might as well use it now here, because between Booker and Leila, who can basically only attack, we're not missing Fess's offensive power. So, ouch. So yeah, that haste is granting Godus there some extra attacks, and that's probably why he's able to hit a little bit more, get through Booker's evasion. So, but yeah, if you took out the Behemoth, you can pretty much take out this guy too. You know, the Queen Lamia is the real roadblock in terms of, you know, boss battles. Which makes it all the more satisfying when the Queen Lamia becomes a random encounter, and you're able to just take care of her, you know, with ease. Which you don't become a random encounter until the very last dungeon in the game, so it'll be much tougher then. So, hey, Booker got some stamina and some hit points, which is nice, because hey, if you notice, I just noticed Fess actually has more hit points than Booker now, which is crazy. So, I guess that helps that we put him in the front row and took Maxine out. It's so good to be back. This wouldn't have been possible had we not worked together. Thanks so much. However, Minwu left for Mysidia. We haven't been back. Will you please go to Mysidia to look into the matter? Absolutely. We're already there. Mysidia is a land of mages. Without their help, defeating the Emperor won't be easy. The ultimate magic lies in the Mysidia Tower. Obtaining it requires 2 masks. We already got the black mask. Now we gotta get the white mask. The white mask rests beneath Castle Fynn. I'll tell you the incantation to open the door, so listen carefully. Et mec tolios. Telios. But you don't know the door's location. Well, maybe Gordon might. Thanks to you, we have regained Castle Fynn, but Minwu has not returned. Please go search for him in Mysidia. Mysidia Tower is said to hold the ultimate tome, a text containing the ultimate magic. Let's ask about the other keywords. Hilda knows this castle best, but Paul, the greatest thief in the world, might know some of its secrets too. It certainly would help us defeat the Emperor. So does she have anything to say about the Ultimatum? I don't think she does. According to legend, a passage to hell opened long ago. Monsters poured through the passage and entered our world. Ultima was the magic that drove them back. Oh, she does have something to say, so that's nice. So, good thing I went and checked. So, but the main piece of information that we wanted to get off of them was that we have to go talk with Paul. Makes sense that Gordon wouldn't know too much. The audience chamber's ahead. Prince Gordon awaits. So we'll go collecting these treasures later. This is the second floor of Fynn Castle. We won't rest until peace has been restored. Get this one real quick. Yeah, see, they have monsters in them. There's a bunch of other treasures. We'll get them a little later, but we'll just grab this guy real quick because he's so close. The other ones are kind of more like hidden passages. But good old fire spell will take out a lot of these enemies here. Remember the whatchamacallit, the gas there in the front, the purple zombies they're the biggest pain because they can use that blind spell. The fire should be able to take out the purple skeletons in the back. Now the gold zombies, they're a little tougher because they have a lot of hit points, but they're not as dangerous because they don't use those status ailments. Yeah, fire and our intelligence is both at high enough levels that we're able to take out some of those earlier game undead with one hit. So Revenants though a little bit too strong there. Gas also. No, Gas, I was surprised that barely managed to take him out. I think they have 250 hit points. I wasn't sure how much the fire was going to do, so I just did a multi-targeting thunder to take things out. But hey, it helped a little bit. Took out that one Revenant there. So now I'll just cast the haste, because any other spell ain't going to get through. Booker will finish this one off. There we go. And we got a lousy potion. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the treasure, the next dungeon we're going to go through is the basement of Castle Fynn. It's kind of an interesting dungeon. But a lot of the treasure is really, really terrible. Princess Gordon, Princess Hilda and Princess Gordon wait inside, and Minwu are still gone. Secret connected to the City Tower lies beneath this castle. Yeah, the white mask. We're gonna go grab it then. So, but that'll be our next dungeon. There are many ancient books in Mysidia. Yeah, we read some of them. We'll go explore a little bit later. And we owe it all to you, thanks to you. Once again, Fynn is ours again. So now we can head into the town. We can explore it real quick. But there's no more monsters in here, but there are civilians to talk with. Thanks to you, we reclaimed Fynn. You beat the big bad, wow. Well, not really, because the Emperor is still out there, but we'll get to him eventually. The Wild Rose flows high over Fynn once more. Wild Rose, remember, was the password, the key word. Have you been to Paul's house yet? He was excited to be back. We'll go talk with Paul then. I never thought I'd be able to come back to Fynn during my lifetime. Thank you. We can go here to the weapon shop. They don't have anything that we want though, so yeah, we get a wing sword, a flame sword. We got a wing sword drop earlier, so and the flame bow we got in Deast Cavern. Thank you. We also got the second wing sword in the Deast Cavern from those ogre chiefs. And like I said, we basically have to wait for Minwu to return. Gold armor, the gold cuirasses, gold armor, good against poison, but nothing we want to use. You have the ruby cuirasses. Living here again is like a dream come true. Now this house up here, we couldn't go to any of these houses earlier when the Emperor's over. That's the healing house. And the big house to the south here, that is Paul's. That's who we're going to have to go talk with, because remember, he's the one who has a lot of secrets to the castle. He's going to let us know where to use that magic spell that Hilda told us. Fess, how have you been? So let's ask about ecmectosis. Secret door in Castle Fynn, of course I know. What's inside? A white mask? Sounds like nothing special. To find the secret door, look in the upper right corner of the audience chamber. What do you need a mask like that for? Well, we'll find out a little bit later. Well, we kind of already know. We just know the 2 masks are needed to enter the Mysidia Tower, or to unlock the passageway to get the crystal rod, which is technically what is needed to enter the Mysidia Tower. We don't know where the masks go or what they're going to do, but we'll learn that a little bit later. But let's just finish walking around here. Surprisingly, even though they took back the city here and the castle, they didn't restock the pub. Yeah, nobody's hanging out in the pub. You figure they'd all be celebrating, you know, their victory, or technically our victory, because of course we did everything. And of course we're going to be called on to do more. In the next episode, we will be heading down into the basement of Fynn Castle to go look for that white mask. join me there. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.